big beautiful world called planet Earth. I feel like today I want to discuss, now I know not everyone's going to like the idea of me talking about movies in theaters, but the month of May has quite a few movies that are being released that I'm really looking forward to going and seeing. So I'm going to go, okay, let's do this. I'm going to go over the next 2 months worth of movies that I'm looking forward to going and seeing. Now, a couple of these have a bunch of sequels, or a couple sequels. So let's just dive into it. So, the next movie that I want to go see is a week from today on Cinco de Mayo. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go see it on Cinco de Mayo. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying that this is one of the movies that I'm looking forward to going and seeing that happens to be released in the month of May, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, I have the first 2 volumes of Guardians of the Galaxy on DVD. And who knows if any of those are going to tie into it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, that movie is released Friday, May 5th, which is a week from today. Then we've got Fast and Furious X Part 10, X, which means 10, Part 1. The last movie the last 2 they're making are breaking up into 2 parts. The next one will be next year. And then the next weekend is Little Mermaid. And then the weekend after that, there's 2 movies supposed to be released on the 2nd. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually do this or what the plan is for that. So June 2nd is going to be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, which is the animated film with Miles Morales. I can't remember who plays him. And then Haley Steinfeld plays Gwen Stacy in it. And then the 9th is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. This is like the 7th or 8th film that they're doing in regards to that. The 16th of June is The Flash. There are no movies on the 23rd. There's one movie on the 30th of June, which is the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which, according to the internet or anyone who's interviewed him, this is going to be Harrison Ford's last film he ever does, and that's what he said. I'm not saying like that this is like a rumor or anything. He actually said this would probably be his last film he's ever going to star in. And then why don't we just keep going? We'll go all the way until the end of summer, which will probably be like, I'll go until August. So there's 2 movies in July. Or there's a couple of movies in July. On the 7th of July, it'll be Insidious Fear the Dark, which they said that this could be the last Insidious film they ever do, which is the 5th in the film series. Also on that day is Madam Web, which I believe is a sequel, or it's a Marvel film, or it's not a Marvel film. I'm not 100% sure on that. The 14th of July is the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. The second one is supposed to be next summer. Then on July 21st is the Barbie film and the Oppenheimer film. The 28th of July is the Haunted Mansion film. There's 2 movies on August 4th, Meg 2, The Trench, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. And then on the next one I have is the 18th of August, which is Blue Beetle, which is a DC movie. And then I think that's where we end it for right now. There are movies in September and beyond. Now, with that being said, I did want to talk about something else. I'm not saying that this is going to happen next year. It could happen 2 years from now. I've talked about this before. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con really badly. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it next year. It really depends on how much money I can save between after the U2 convention at the end of June and in July of next year. I'm not saying it's going to come anywhere close to it, but, you have to save upwards of $3,000. or even like 3,500, maybe even 4,000. I'm not sure. And and there's a lot of movies that I can go see between now and then. I'm not saying I'm going to go see movies every weekend, but I'm just saying there's a lot of movies that I could go and see between now and next year's Comic-Con. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to go next year. We might push it back to 2025 because by that time I could have well over 4,000 saved up. I'm not saying it's going to happen that way. I'm just saying there's a work plan in the works to see how much I've saved leading up to next year's Comic-Con. And if I don't save enough money, then we'll push it back to 2025. That is one of the things that I've talked numerously about over the course of the last, I want to say year, that I really want to do. Now, I don't know how much money I'm going to save between now and July of next year. It could be very close to it. It could be under that amount. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, and that's not. We won't start counting up towards that until after this year's event. This year's event that I plan on going to, which is a month. Which is what 50. What did I say? 54 days yesterday. So now we're down to 53. But like I said, who knows how much I'm going to have saved between now and then, July of next year, and who knows who's actually going to go to Comic-Con. There may be some amazing actors and actresses that they announced for next year's Comic-Con. We'll just have to wait and see. And that one I want to do in San Diego. Now, 2025 could be the same story, depending on, like I said, how much money I can save from June of this year, or June, let's say 26th until July of next year, or whenever they decide to have it. Who knows how much money I'm going to save in that a year and a month. We'll just have to wait and see. That's what we're going to play it by year after the event I go to this year. And I've been talking to my brother about potentially going next year, potentially going in 2025. It all depends on how much I can save between now and then. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey to save all of that money, but I'm just saying there's a possibility that I go next year. There's a possibility that it won't happen until 2025. That's just me talking. It's like a less than 1% chance as of this moment that I go next year. And like I said, that may change after the YouTube convention, because we might have a little money left over from the 3 or 4 days that I'm at the YouTube convention. I might save a little bit. Most likely, it'll be a little bit of money, and then we'll see how things turn out from June 26th until July of next year. Like I said, it's just going to be playing it by year. So that's all I wanted to discuss in today's vlog. So movies I'm looking forward to in May, June, July, August, that I really want to go see, and then potentially maybe going next year to San Diego Comic-Con, or maybe going in 2025. Really depends on how much money I can save for the next year and a half or 2 years. That's really the factor. So we've got 3 birthdays to wish today. So let's just do that. So I want to wish Melanie Martinez a happy birthday. Catherine Wayne, Katie Wayne, however you want to call her, happy birthday today. And Louise Pentland, happy birthday to her as well. So with that being said, that's it for today's vlog. Stay happy, stay upbeat, be who you want to be, and do what you want to do with your life. Find your love story, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog. Bye-bye.